high quality experience if they're going to take the time to come up here. I mean, this is a huge draw for people. It's an international destination for people from all over the world. So they want a high quality experience when they get here. And the last thing is pretty simple, is they want a clean, safe experience while they're here. They want to know that the facilities are being taken care of to a high standard, that they're safe. In other words, typical things like hazard trees. You see some logging decks behind you. That's a result of us trying to respond to getting hazard trees out of the sky, on the ground, but we're still working through the administrative complexities of how to get a permit to the next guy now to get those off-site. Those will not live here full time. That's just part of what we're doing through administratively. But now safety takes on a whole new aspect also because of this COVID thing. We know that because of COVID, we can't guarantee somebody a safe experience, but we can tip the odds in their favor that they're going to not get sick if they come and recreate using our facilities. It was a difficult, just to give you a little bit of a war story, opening up as many recreation sites in many forests, and I'm sure if you're experienced providers in the recreation world, you've all dealt with it. What are the phases we're going through? When can we open? When can we get the public coming here? It was a big deal this year, and we opened up our day use sites first. We were able to finally, the current concessionaire was able to finally open up some of our day use areas, which the public greatly appreciated because we had everything closed down. And then we were finally able, in working with our communities, once they decided that it was okay to have overnight accommodations in their communities, then we were able to start opening up our campgrounds and start having overnight accommodations. We didn't want to invite people into our sites through communities that were still closed. So safety is now taking on a whole new angle in what we're trying to provide the public. So when it comes to it's just our cleaning standards are higher. We're encouraging the social distances. We're doing the signage, all that kind of stuff, so people can come in and experience what we're telling them is a safer recreation experience. You're outdoors. You're camping. You're day use areas. The social distancing is kind of built into the design of the campgrounds. So that's all this angle. So that's this world that you're going to be stepping into when it comes to you putting an application together and providing services here in Lake Tahoe. Now, as I say, as we go through this, I'm going to do the longest time I'll talk is pretty much here, because we just get the ball rolling. The idea is I'm going to talk a little bit about what the offering is. Paint the picture a little bit about where I want your brains to be when you're looking at these sites, is to be creative and thinking about some potential opportunities. And then I'm going to, because I don't want to drift from anything we say in here, I don't want to just wing it and say something wrong that doesn't make sense or something. So I'm really going to read the preamble. It'll take a minute or two at each site. And then we'll then take it over for questions, and then we'll leave it up to you how much time you want to spend at each site looking around. Last year, I can only share, a lot of the guys have done a lot of pre-work. They've been through the sites before. We don't necessarily need to walk every loop, look in every bathroom, see every campsite. That's not kind of what we're expecting to do today either. We're thinking we can introduce the site to you. You can get a sense of where they are. Like here's William Kent, interesting campground tucked into the middle of a neighborhood. It's got its own character and its own unique sort of challenges to operate it. And each site will have that, so we'll open to that. But we want to kind of keep the thing moving along. We've got quite a few sites to see today. We want to end up at the end of the day roughly 5 o'clock around Nevada Beach. So we're going to be caravanning along.